Look what I just got in the post. Oh, I'm excited. LoRa, heltec, V3. Oh, this is going to be exciting. TPU prints done. They're nice TPU prints. Printed on glass, how about that? The trick to printing good TPU is you have to put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. If the TPU is damp, it won't print very well. Look at that, lovely print. Right, let's get this set up. Oh, I'm excited. I'm probably not going to receive anybody. I live in a valley. I'm 29 meters above sea level. It is flat round here, but I'm in the countryside and I don't know if I'll get anybody. But I've ordered another couple of them, so at least I'll be able to communicate with myself and make myself a little mesh network. Whether I can connect to the outside world, but this is going to be fun. And then the case just fits 18650. Ho ho ho! Off-grid encrypted communication. This is the first case with the battery in. So TPU. This one I printed that way around, and so I did the texture finish on there, but it squashed it a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to try the other one the other way up, print it that way, but because of the overhang, I don't know if it's going to print okay. So let's learn together. I have no idea what I'm doing, so it'll be interesting to see how this all works out. I just got it today. Look at that. What do we get inside? Heltec board. Looks quite good. Nice white circuit board. Should have some pin headers, I guess, and I chose the one with the slightly bigger aerial. I've no way of testing this. I don't know if it's any good. Also, I am in the middle of nowhere where I am, so it'd be interesting to see if I can pick up anything. And then I should have the little SMA adapter. It's very similar to the drone. Very similar to this one. Slightly different. Should be quite straightforward though, watching the videos on YouTube to set this up. This is quite exciting. And it wasn't all that expensive. You can get them from Banggood, but this one was from Amazon, 24 quid. That's really good value, I think. There's a slightly newer version come out. This is the ESP32 version. So slightly older, but then it's cheaper. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We can learn together. Like I said, I've no idea really what I'm doing, other than I've had a lot of experience and a lot of random things. And this is the new thing to fiddle with. How exciting. Decentralized, encrypted, off-grid. It's like Bitcoin, but for communication. I thought I'd do the video sort of coming from an average Joe point of view. We need to make sure this little aerial connector, which is quite tiny, I might have to do it off camera. You just have to make sure you push that in and it will click, but you want to make sure you line it up properly before you put your sausage fingers in there and break it. And then you can't turn it on without putting an aerial in, because you'll break this basically. So that's the most important thing, is you must put the aerial on before any messing around. So I just clip that on off camera so we don't damage anything. And then it should be quite straightforward. The videos I've watched, plug it in, web-based browser, flash it, change some settings, away we go. How hard can it be? Right, we got it in. That was not easy, to be fair. That's a little bit of an arse, that is. I've got sausage fingers, and that is a little bit underneath that screen there, that little connector. So I just used magnifying glass. I put this in the device, because every time I was trying to put it, it was all moving around. And it's so tiny, it probably doesn't look as tiny on the camera. That's quite small. So I just pushed it on there like that. That's what I would say. Just take a moment to make sure it's all lined up properly, because you do have to go click. Well, if you've got it slightly on the wonk and your sausage fingers, and you could break something, I would imagine. Right, that is now on there. We can now put the little stubby aerial on the SMA. That's not looking too bad. Are we in focus? Yeah, there we go. Wobbly wobbly, because it's TPU. That's come out really well. So just doing a different top one. I've got to do some buttons, and then we've just got, it is just clip-in fit. So we're going to have to just attach this in here. And then I need to get a different 18650. I'll find another one in a minute. I've got a Panasonic green one. Slightly more capacity. We'll put that in there, and I've got to find a connector of some sort. Oh, it does come with a wire. Well, that's quite good. Because the heltec has got all the charge controller on there for over voltage, under voltage, stuff like that. We just need to connect onto this little connector. And we do have a little connector. That's brilliant. I think it's very similar to what's on the drone. We'll have to, I'll find a green one. I've got one with a chip on it. We'll solder on a lead, plug it in. We'll have to flash the firmware first. Oh, I'm quite excited. Because we all know what this means. If we can get this working, and you know how this all works, they don't want us to have stuff like that. Like this, sorry. That's why it's even more exciting. And of course, without going into it, you know, they messed our money up, so humanity created Bitcoin. They listened to all our messages, so humanity created a mesh network for messaging. It's brilliant. I love it. I do have a spare Flywoo GPS module with a compass. Don't know if you can, you might be able to add the compass, but I can definitely add this GPS module to this. I changed the case baby in Fusion 360. I took the sticker off to see if it was tuned. The patch antenna. It is tuned, but it's not the best reception from this Flywoo GPS module. It does work, but not brilliant. I found some of the Panasonic, what are these? NCR 18650Bs. I did test these at one point for capacity. They're quite good capacity. I've got 4 of them. That only fits one, but we can change the case if we want to. I'll solder that on. If you get the 18650 with a chip in it, these are really easy to solder to, because you're not actually soldering to the battery, you're soldering to this little metal disc. It's really easy. Let's get that soldered. That's a nice solder joint. Yeah, you get the ones with the chip on. They solder nice. Alright, let's plug it in. I'll read the instructions first. I'm not sure if you're supposed to... Well, we'll read the instructions first, then plug it in, see what's going to happen. Added a bit of Kapton tape, twisted a wire just to neaten it up. I've got to fit that in there now. And we'll do the programming bit. Plug the battery in, it's turned on. So we've got the polarity around the right way. That's always a good start, wasn't it? Oh, what's going on there? Or did I push a button maybe? Well, I think what we need to do is plug into the computer. I'm on the Meshtasic flasher. I'm going to flash it with whichever the latest firmware is. I don't have to go for an alpha or beta, or we can play around, I guess. And then it should all work. Let's see. The scary bit, flashing app partition. Something's happening. I'll leave it to get on. Meshtastic flashed up. Web something or other client. Set reason using... Oh, I need to download the app. So that's the next thing to do. Let's download the app. It's looking good so far. Alright. I've connected via the Bluetooth. My name. Let's change it to my name. Oh, okay. Tick. Region. Whereabouts? Ah, we want this one, I would assume. This one. Connected to radio, heltec, la 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 la. Oh, it's restarting. Maybe that's it booting. Something's happening. Oh, it's coming up as Williams. Oh, I've got a thing here now. It says you must set region. Did I not do that? Well, it must be that one. That one. Rebooting. Says long fast. Is that connected to... Oh, it says region here. Ah, don't change that again. I'm assuming that's on. I'm not 100% sure. What I'll do next is watch a video and I'll come back and work out what I'm doing. Just a quick little test. Quick pop to Tesco's. I'm picking up stuff already, which surprised me, considering I live in the countryside and I'm at 26 metres above sea. Oh, how good's this? Can we see? I'm getting some more data now. Got some extra bits. What have we got? Signal. Oh, 8 kilometres. Hops away. Long fast. Okay, 5 kilometres. Hops away. 8 kilometres. Oh, they're coming in. 8 kilometres? That's pretty good, isn't it? It's night time, I'm excited. I'm just going to pop it on top of the roof with the ladder. I live in a bungalow, so I haven't got anything higher. I've got taller trees, but that's not for at the moment. But I'm picking up stuff already. This is turning out really quite good. Right. And it's unusually warm at night at the moment. Right, let's shove that up there and have a fiddle. It's up there, my little node. I had to put a bit of foam on the bottom to give it a bit more grip. It's It's trying to slide off the roof, the peak of the roof. Well, let's see what we can pick up. Been having a little bit of a fiddle. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If you do this, it brings up the menu for each one, right? But if you hold it down, it goes copy, and then it starts to do weird things, and I couldn't. It had glitched out, and it didn't matter. If I pushed on these, it just wouldn't load up that menu. It's sorted itself out now. This is interesting though. It's warm there. 37.7 degrees Celsius. And the air pressure. They're actually live now. I did get a message from them saying test. And I tried to send the message back. And then I got stuck with the buttons not working. So let's try it again. Yeah, because I put here, I got the text. So let's see. I think you can do that. I've yet to get one go through. I've received one. I don't really quite know how this is all working. I don't know if it tries a couple of times and then stops, or... But the person was online. You see, a minute ago they were online. I'm online now. These are not quite sure what these are. That's got to be a Yagi aerial, isn't it? 12 dpi, 240 names. This is a solar node. It's all interesting stuff, but I was trying to contact this one. Oh, what's that do? Trace route. Does it do anything? Don't know. It was sliding down the roof like this. I was like, no! But it's basically like a little mini router. Isn't that cool? Look? And then you just, well, you put it wherever you want. I'm going to put a magnet. I think that's what that hole's for. You just put a magnet on there and just magnetise it stuff. Or you would put it like up a tree, up high in a tree. If you were to, you know, put black tape on that, if you were to put black tape on that, you wouldn't see that. The screen goes off, paint it black, it disappears. You know, you might have to get a waterproof housing maybe. And then a solar panel, you could have a proper like outside, just leave it there forever up a tree with a solar panel. And then it never turns off. So when it picks stuff up, good focus on it. It sort of tells you where they are, like that way, 7 minutes ago, that way, 40 odd minutes ago, or something. And then these are all the different chats I've tried to start. But there's no one about. Also, it's getting late, so there's going to be less people about anyway. Okay. You can see we're up. This is the battery with the chip on. Makes it slightly longer than the case. Oh, well. Oh, there's buttons here. I put a little magnet in the back, and then this being a metal fridge. Oh, perfect! Oh, look at that. You could stick it to a car. You could stick it to all sorts of things. I like this. And then I put a little bit of foam on the bottom. It was starting to slide down the roof, so it needed something a bit grippy. I think it looks awesome. I quite like the little copper bit, but I might put some black tape on. Not sure. I'm loving it. We're bridging the gap. I'm here. Whoop! I've got it working on the map. Oh yeah. Because there ain't a lot going on around here. Oh look, I'm the only one. Well, it'll grow with time. There are other nodes about, they're just not on the map. So I've got the MQTT working. And currently, let's say, out of 860, we connected to 731. It's all coming through. I don't really know what I'm doing, but something's happening. And then what I found interesting was with the map, it's like propagating it in a line across here. Don't know why it's doing that. It's quite cool, isn't it? So these are the nodes I'm connected to via the internet rather than the radio. So we can obviously do both. I'm here in Suffolk. I did notice I did get something come through and something has been sent and something is happening. So things seem to be working. Just don't really know what I'm doing. It's quite fun though. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if it's eventually going to jam itself up though. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll just leave it. I might leave it overnight. I'm not sure if it's going to rain tonight. Put it in a plastic bag maybe. And then leave it on the roof and see what happens tomorrow. This is interesting. I'd like to make a solar node like this one. And we're now at 3:30 in the morning, September. I don't know what setup he's got, or what cells or solar panels or whatever, but he's at 82% or 4 volts, and that's pretty good, isn't it? I'm just amazed by these RSSI and signal to noise ratios. That's mental. This one does say it's got a 12 dBi gain though. That's 6 kilometers. That's pretty good, isn't it? And the signal to noise, that's probably because it's got a better aerial. That's almost minus 20. It's crazy. It's all good stuff. I've got a spare Flywoo GPS module. It's also got a compass in. So I'm going to change the case. Place that way around. So it can fit on the top there. That'd be quite cool. And then we just got to solder it on. 4 wires. Change some settings. Should work. Let's come back in a minute and see what happens. I got the GPS module working. I've got my fix there. It does turn itself off and on again. I noticed. It must be power saving or something. Also, that's a 5 volt GPS module. So I've put it on the 5 volt rail. But it only powers if you plug the USB in. But it's working. Oh, it's a lovely misty morning. The things I get up to. I do have trees, but I'm not going up there. Chimney. I'm putting up there for the minute. See what we can get. All this mist over there. So I might be slightly wrong. I'm all a bit confused. But I think this is what's happening. So I'm over here in Suffolk. Now down here, this one's green. It's got a circle. And it's EO3C. And I've seen it 13 minutes ago. So that one's, I don't know what colour that is. That one's orange. And then if we go over here, This is the one we're looking at. So 13 minutes ago, it's got 12 satellites. It's quite high, 210 feet. And how crazy is that? It's 66.6 miles away. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Well, that's quite a good RSSI, signal to noise ratio. If we're like 70 miles away. I think I'm reading it right. That's mental though. That would make sense, but it's got a green blob. So I'm over here. Where are we? I'm there. That's a hell of a distance. Well, it's 70 miles. Done a quick improvement to the case. So because the case is angled, I don't want the aerial angled, so I've put the mounting bracket upright. I've added a little cutout for the Flywoo GPS module. You can just go in there.